And hello, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Pokemon Legends Arceus. And we could actually be ending the series here because it looks to be going up to the finale now. Or at least in terms of the main story. I still have Spiritomb to catch. Um, I'll still have Palkia to catch. I'm sure they'll figure that out somehow. That's probably what we're going to end up having to do. Yeah, as you can see, I didn't really get all the wisps. I'm gonna be saving that for after the main story now. Pretty much have a lot of stuff to do. That still sort of revolves around getting all the Pokemon and stuff to then get Arceus to show up. And I need all the Pokemon in the Pokedex for it. Here we go. We're in Primeval Grotto. What a curious cave. I feel some extraordinary power here, as if the world itself was created in this very place. What do you think, Leon? Taking into consideration my knowledge of ores, my skill at mining, and the strength of my Slagoo's moves, I think you'd better leave any extraction work up to us, wouldn't you say? You do what you gotta do, my man. You three? Oh, come on, who's there? We don't have any time to waste with... Clover? We haven't seen you since you walked out of the clan. Where have you been all this time? I don't have to tell you nothing. Look, you can carry on digging out that treasure you're after and then you'll give it to us. I don't know why you even look surprised. It's not as if you were hard to follow. What we seek may be as precious as treasure, but this isn't about how valuable it is. We need it to restore this awful sky to normal. Ugh, that earnest goody two-shoes act of yours is what made me leave the Pearl Clan in the first place. Enough! I don't care why any of you run off to play bandit, but I won't let you get in Leon's way. Simon, you take charm. Gladly. I bring good luck to my sisters wherever I go, and ill luck to anyone who crosses our paths. I'm the eldest, and I'll be your unlucky charm, especially in the battle of a lifetime. I'd hardly say you're the battle of a lifetime, honey. A Rhydon? What level are you? You have a Rhydon at level 61? Tyler, take it out. Strong style. Look at Bulldoze again, just to get rid of Tyler out. Yep. I want to see what Wall of Time looks like in this. So yes, I did bring Dialga for, obvious reasons. Thought we'd get some flashy cinematic for it. It's honestly depressing. But yes, obviously I brought Dialga because we are going to need him for the battle against Palkia. That's kind of the whole point as to why they give us the other. I don't know if we'd have had Palkia if we chose to go with Ivida for the 3 clans for the Lake Trio's trials, or if we still would have got Dialga. I'm not sure. So it's just how it goes. Come on, Clover, why not come back to the Diamond Clan? Times are changing. We're changing. We could really use someone as strong as you are. Are you joking? I've got no interest in living back in that place with all its stupid rules. Look, we'll let you keep your treasure this time, but you'd better do something about that sky. You are as strong as ever, Simon. Maybe you really can do something about that monstrous creature at the top of the mountain. But even if you do, the next time we meet, you won't escape without a beating. Remember that. They've clearly been using smoke bombs from... Thanks, Adamant. Even if she groused as she did so, I suspect they may have been worried about us, perhaps even wanting to help. And they should have just said so. What a pain they are hiding behind all that attitude. True. I was able to extract some of that origin or whatever it is you wish to call it. I suppose I had better go with you, Simon. Thanks, Leon. Spoken of in ancient myths and said to contain the power of Almighty Sinnoh itself. That was surprisingly easy. No, you simply failed to recognize my skill. You ought to be praising my hard work, honestly. I knew we could count on you, Leon. No wonder Cleaver recognizes you as a worthy warden. Let's hurry back to Mr. Professor and show him what we got. That Laverton's got sound judgment, plus knowledge to spare, despite his silly streak. Fossils? Bastiodon and most likely Lampados, so. He just stood in place like, eh. Come on, don't forget. So this is the stone of creation's beginning, the original. Yes, one can certainly feel an imposing aura emanating from it. Could this be the feeling of the very origin itself? I've been meaning to ask since you brought that up, but the origin of what exactly? Of everything by the sounds of it. Excuse me. Exactly, my girl. Now then, back we go to Jubilite Village. Wait, we're going back to Jubilite Village? What the? Just let me up the freaking mountain to take out Palkia. Or catch it. Here you are, Professor Leventon. What remains of the red chain, broken as it may be. Splendid. Even in pieces, I think we'll find it's still perfectly fit for purpose. We're jolly lucky you had the foresight to pick up all these broken bits back at the temple. Your turn, Simon. Next comes the Stone of Creation's beginning. You mean the original? Just say original. The fragments of the red chain collected at great personal risk by the Pearl Clan, and the Stone of Creation's beginning which we first learned of thanks to the Diamond Clan. Now it is time for the Galaxy team to play its part and turn these items into a proper vessel. Carrie, my girl, you are one of our team's greatest craftspeople. Could I ask you to do the honors? This is my true battlefield, Simon, even if it may be safe indoors. This may take us some time. Perhaps the rest of you had best wait outside while we're back. In that case, can I battle you two? I want to see how stronger you two have grown. Come on, Mr. Professor. Wish they'd hurried up in there. I'm starting to suspect all your prattling about the value of time is a cover for your own impatience. If sitting back and waiting actually solved things, I'd sit forever because that'd be using time well, unlike this. Hooray! I dub it the Origin Ball. If the message conveyed to our good clan leader can be believed, then this should allow you to catch the Pokemon that has appeared at the Temple of Sinnoh. A singular and irreplaceable Pokeball that can be used to catch the frenzied Pokemon raging at the Temple of Sinnoh. These Pokeballs of yours are full of wonders. To think the fate of all Hisui could rest in something so tiny. It's interesting how catching a Pokemon in one of these things brings the two of you closer together. Hold on, it's a voice. I hear it in my head again. You mean Dialga? Yeah. Seems like mighty Dialga is willing to lend its strength to this fight. That's what it's telling me. That's certainly excellent news. The Diamond Clan's almighty Sinnoh, or perhaps I should say Dialga, is fearsomely powerful. Everything's ready now, Simon. Take the Origin Ball and hurry back to the Temple of Sinnoh together with Dialga. Well, I've already got Dialga on my team. The Origin Ball isn't even a thing in the inventory. I guess just so we can't lose it, I suppose. See that as part of the key items. Meaning we won't be able to lose it. And here you are, lost one, ready to face your fate atop Mount Coronet. It seems a vicious battle might await you. I'll go where I must. Oh, well said. Now hearken to my words, young ones. Time cannot be severed from space, nor space from time. The being you will encounter at the Temple of Sinnoh is Palkia, ruler of all space. If it is allowed to run wild, space itself will warp and bend here in Hisui, and eventually the very world may be broken. But you have the aid of its counterpart Dialga, the ruler of time, and therein lies hope. Balance will be brought to time and space, and the world can be once again be as it should. Now take Dialga at your side and make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. I must say, this is quite the intriguing village. Perhaps I'll have a look around before I go. See what your clothier has on offer. Excuse me, is this the time for shopping? Well, I'll hardly have time for shopping if the war ends, will I, young man? Fair point. Summer come. I'm gonna see if it's part of the key items. Yeah, it is. It's there, it's in the key items. Figured that would be the case. Sorry, Electrovire, but I don't have time for you right now. Volo? Just the boy I've been waiting for. I know you can buy various sundries at the base camp, but I thought it might be helpful to you if I set up here closer to the temple. I want to have front row seats if there's a chance to see into the world of myth and legend. I'll probably be creeping even closer to the action once the battle actually begins. Oh, but you won't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. And besides, I know all too well the strength of you and your Pokemon. I've got no doubt you have this whole thing tied up in a neat bow before I could possibly be in any danger. You have way too much faith in us. Just so. Just don't get in the way when I have to end up throwing the origin ball. Because if you do, I'm gonna be pissed. For so long I'd thought that I had to eliminate any outside element that might threaten the people of Jubilee Fruit. Whether that meant banishing you or seeking to destroy the Pokemon of the temple. I felt it was my only path. You showed me that I was wrong to think in such a way. Are you ready for this challenge, recruit? Hey Simon, let's meet tomorrow together. What is that supposed to mean? It's the saying we've got in the Diamond Clan. It means you hope you'll both stay safe. Perhaps it's worth listening to what the Diamond Clan has to say sometimes as well. Protect Hisui and her people. Protect time and space for her Pokemon. Trying to do her own voice is not working, Mom. Oh, my back and neck. Ooh, that felt horrid. You know what's in this Pokeball. I guess that's how the runes got destroyed. Makes sense. Makes sense for the temple to be destroyed after that, yeah. I'll be Wall of Time. Okay. The fuck happened to you, Palkia? Ow. Ooh. Alright, if you're just gonna start letting that energy out from the bottom of your feet. Ooh. Okay, so these are random. This is like planned bit now. No! So close! I almost sit down my first turn. How dare you, game? So see about this, because when it came to have a look, I just straight up restarted from the very beginning of the thing. So this one actually resets it to like a certain checkpoint. So if you don't want to like lose all your progress, this is like the perfect way to do so. And palkia is trying desperately to get out of that. He got it. He really did it, didn't he? My eyes aren't lying, right? He actually went and caught it? Yeah, so good show. What a catch. You contained that fearsome thing in the origin ball. Absolutely astounding as ever, Simon. Thanks, you know. Formidable as usual, Simon. Oof, yes. So even the commander sheds a tear now and then. Never thought I'd see the day. Yes, what a sight to have witnessed. Oof. Ouch, what gives, Commander? Not sure I deserved a sumo foe. Well, at least it seems this is no dream. Huh? Listen up, all of you. We faced a calamity unlike any we have known, but we were able to overcome it by working as one. This calls for a celebration, a festival for us all. Gather your clans, this will be the greatest celebration Hisui has ever seen. Celebrate with the Diamond Clan? The two clans together, huh? Well, since it turns out we were both following a true almighty sinner of our own, I guess the times when we'd fight over whose was wrong or right are ancient history now. I'm sure our ancestors would be shocked to see us agree. This may well be the best path toward protecting the space we all share. Let us celebrate, for today dawns a new day for all those who live in the Hisui region. I'm surprised that such an event was never even documented. Like, you'd think that maybe Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl would have hinted towards something like this happening. But I'm honestly surprised it didn't. Because they added the Siege Legend book in the Canalave library, which hinted toward getting Manaphy and Fion. So in terms of main story, that's pretty much it. We're done. We still obviously have a lot to do. I've still got the Wisps to collect to get Spiritomb. We still have getting all the Pokemon in the Pokedex to then get Arceus itself. So there's still quite a bit to do, and I will show those moments off when I get to them. But Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna lie, this game was quite fun. There wasn't really any full-on quote-unquote bad guys. Like, I wouldn't even class the bandit trio as bad guys. I just class them as goofs, like Team Skull. Like, they were just being goofy and showing up when they didn't need to. But I wouldn't full-on call them bad guys. Um, and it was sweet because you could sort of see the dynamic changing between the Diamond and Pearl clan as things went on, to the point to like pretty much where they are now, where they actually agree upon things. Like, yes, it was subtle at first, but there was still some agreements on whether the main character should actually do things or not. So it's been a really interesting game, and I loved it. Without a doubt, this was a bold step for Pokemon and Game Freak to do, to have like this open world adventure. But they clearly thought through it and it paid off really well. I enjoyed this game so much. There was never a dull moment. And having to do certain things to get the research level up for the Pokemon, because this is the first ever Sinnoh Pokemon Dex, makes a lot of sense. Like, I know some people will see it as tedious and it drags out the playtime, but when you think about it logically, it makes a lot of sense to do all that stuff to get what essentially needs to be done. So, this is probably, in terms of Pokemon games as of late, I'd say this is probably the best one they've done. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Sword and Shield, I love being in Diamond Shining Pearl, I loved Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but they didn't hold a candle to this. And I think the reason why is because it was a lot different. They took a bold step, but they thought about it and it worked perfectly for them. And I really hope that they do something like this again, but for a different region. Don't get me wrong, I love seeing Ancient Sinnoh, and I will happily play this game over and over again. But I would love to see more games like this. I'd love to see, like, maybe even Ancient Hoenn, or Ancient Johto, or Ancient Unova, Ancient Kalos. Heck, maybe even Ancient Galar, where we actually get to see the first ever, like, Darkest Day thing. There's so many things you could do. So now it's just saying seek out all Pokemon because that's all we have left to do. Obviously we'll go hand in the mission and class as done. But yeah, this game was absolutely amazing, and I'm really happy with it. It looks like the space-time rift has vanished. The sky's gone back to normal again, which I suppose means we'd better get back to our original mission, completing the Pokedex. We're going to meet in the Survey Corps office to discuss our next steps. See you there soon, Simon. At least the credits don't take forever as well, actually, now that I think about it. That's at least something. Token of Gratitude and the Darksome Nightmare. Ooh. I... Ooh. I may actually show these, actually. Because this will be Shaman and Darkrai. an old tale has long been told in the Hisui region about a dark nightmare that visits people on lonely paths at night. And I saw a terrifying black Pokemon just like the one in the stories. They say that people who are trapped in the nightmares it creates never wake again. Ooh. Clamber Claw Cliffs. Oh. Oh yeah, I might actually show that. So I trust you enjoyed yourself at the festival? Hell yeah. Indeed. That honestly is natural given the crowd. I believe last night was the first time I've caught a glimpse of you making merry, Captain. I believe you must be imagining things. Now, Professor Lavington, to business. What is the current state of progress on the Pokedex? I dare say we made quite significant progress all in all, though we could afford to put a little more effort into our research tasks. And of course it is hard to know how far to go in pursuit of some reports, so the Pokemon have only been mentioned in Hisui's legends after all. Who knows if they are even real? With how little we know about Hisui's history and legends, it seems a tall order for us to tackle. Pardon, couldn't help but overhear. If it's Hisuian history and legends you want, then I'm your man. I spent plenty of time studying such things instead of, while also tirelessly doing my work for the Ginkgo Guild. And I've visited many of the ruins and whatnot here in the Hisui region already. I imagine I could teach you a thing or two about any Pokemon of legend in these parts. Ho, music to my ears, my good fellow. Listen well, Simon. You ought to learn all you can from the merchant Volo and work together as needed, for the sake of the Pokedex. We, meanwhile, will also continue to gather intelligence on Pokemon by other means. Understood. I'll set up at the Heights camp then, Simon. I'll be expecting you. Besides, I've something I'd like to discuss with you too, so I hope you won't keep me waiting. Alright, let's see what he's got in store for us. This is obviously post-game stuff, and I'll, like, at the very least show off getting the mission and shit, but in terms of what it will actually entail will be done in a separate episode. So you wanted the Heights camp, so let's go. Oh yes, one of those engravings. Simon, there you are. Have a look here if you will. A good long close look, please. See these patterns modeled after Pokemon? I come to think that they might be letters, rather like hieroglyphics if you will. I've inspected runes across the region and have concluded they all seem to tell the same tale. The tale of a brave soul who, together with the Pokemon at his side, went on a journey to search for the fragments of an all-encompassing deity. Yes, an all-encompassing deity, the creator of this very universe, and his name is Arceus. Perhaps you've already heard this name? Of course. What else could I have expected from the hero who saved the Hisui region? But now let us discuss the fragments. They must surely be the plates. Yes, the very plates you collected as you went about quelling all the frenzied nobles. Haven't you noticed that they all have words carved on their backs? Go on, give them a read. Read the text engraved on the back of the first plate you obtained. The original one breathed alone before the universe came. This original one is none other than the Pokemon known as Arceus. So what do you say, Simon? I think we should try to gather all the plates. And I've got just the idea where to start our search. Join me in the heart of Grueling Grove. Alright. I want to take a look at palkia, see if he's still got that weird thing going on with him right now. Sorry, baby. Nope, he's fallen back to normal. Sweet. Alright, so I shall see you in the next episode where we start looking for the plates. Until then, bye guys.